Hello lovelies, today I've got a triple bloom acrylic pour technique for you. So I've got 3 coasters to show you in slightly different ways. So thank you so much to all my subscribers, members and supporters. You mean the world. Any questions you have, always let me know. I love creating videos filled with your questions. So today we've got a triple bloom and we're using the acrylic pouring technique. We're creating 3 different coasters and we've got some gorgeous gold metallics showing you the cells and lacing that is created in the bloom technique. So let's start off first of all with our square tile. Tiles are such a fantastic way to practice, and as a result of these practices today, I'm keeping the whole set because I just love the colour palette. So thank you again, Patsy, who suggested this colour palette today. So you can see that I'm using these gold metallics. Oh my goodness, they're so golden, caramel and chocolatey. Not to be eaten, of course, but they just, look at the metallic, look at that. That beautiful copper, gold, bronze and burnt umber. Well, the largest amount of paint that I've got there is actually a Liquitex brown. And that's a bronze in itself, but bronzes can be so different. So if you'd like how I mix those paints, if you look at the video from last week, which I'll put in the description and the comments below, and at the end of this video so you can catch up, then you can see how I mix the paints. But today I just wanted to show the colour palette and the consistency. So our first coaster today is square. And I'm layering in whichever way I fancy, so you don't have to worry about which one's the base paint. Although the last one that I'm doing today, I'm specifically using a base paint that I use for most of my paintings. So all 3 of these blooms are done in a very slightly different way. So if you look at the layering, I'm literally just putting one colour on top of another in different ways, and I'm building it up gradually. And there's no rhyme or reason for this other than you want to put contrasting colours on top of each other. And the ones that you want to see the most, you tend to put towards the surface, but they all come out as peacock cells in the end. So it's just fun really, just going with the flow and use your intuition with the colours. The colour palette is very complementary and they come out in earth tones, so don't worry too much, just have a play if you choose this colour palette. So there we are, cell activator. This is the Shelley Art cell activator, and I've got the ingredients in my description below as well. So I'm just going to pick this up now, blow it out from the centre out. There we go again, from the centre out. I'm trying to slow it down for you just to show you that I'm blowing in a circular way, and you can do bloom technique in quite a few different ways. But look at those cells appearing already, and that's the result, just static result for a moment. I'm going to show you again now, just blowing from the centre out, really slowly, just watching those cells popping up and the lacing popping up. And I'm separating the white because there's quite a lot of cell activator on there for a coaster, and I'm just, when I'm going back, I'm going in to try and separate any white that's solid. I'm not worrying too much about the excess white around the outside because that will fall off the coaster when you spin it like that. And just using my heat gun, which also activates the cells. And I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to do a slight bit of tilting because I'm really happy with the composition of this. If I carry on spinning, it will spread out, but I'm actually wanting to keep some of the cells quite central. And just gently tease the paint off the coaster in certain directions. One of the mistakes I made at the beginning was doing it really quickly and not being patient with the paint, and knowing when to stop. Don't we all know that, hey? We don't know when to stop sometimes, do we? So when I'm looking at composition and I feel like I'm done with it, I just have to leave it. So just use the air gun just to continue helping those cells to be activated, and then I'm just going to leave it to one side. But first of all, I'm just going to make sure that every corner and all parts of the sides are covered, because there's nothing worse than coming around a day later and looking at your composition on top and thinking it's lovely, and looking on the sides and it looks incomplete. So there we go. On to the next one. This time I'm only literally rubbing it in because I fancy giving it a bit of a base of the umber. because it was smudged. And once you start doing it, it's just purely the sensation of it, quite enjoying it. So also with tiles, this is a way that you can do it. You can cover the tile with a colour that you like. It just helps keep it solid, as in keeps the actual colour solid, but you don't need to do it. So I'm starting off with my copper, then my gold, and just layering up as before, but this time I'm layering it from the bottom up from a metallic, whereas last time I was using a plain colour and layering it, but that's the only difference. And you'll see at the end, you can't really see much difference in it. So this is a gorgeous Liquitex bronze. So enjoy the process. It's very similar to last time, and I'll come back when we do the final bloom using a base paint that I'm going to describe to you. It's the base paint that I use for most of my blooms and acrylic pours, and you're going to love it. So here's the last tile, creating cells and lacing with a white base this time and white cell activator on top. Now this is Crawford and Black acrylic paint. You can use any acrylic paint you like, but I found in the UK that this is the best acrylic paint for me to use as a base on any painting. It's the smoothest, most flowing paint that I know. Always reliable results with any type of acrylic paint on top of it. So the gold is going on first on top of the white base. Ooh, bit of a spillage there. And then I'm going to layer it up with the other colours in that colour palette, and then use exactly the same process. So enjoy the music, and I'll come back towards the end to give you a few tips and hints and tell you where you can find more information about the bloom technique.
When you're tired and worn, and you feel like you can't go on, I'll be there to put one foot in front of the other. When you've lost your way,
just wanted to say at this stage, it doesn't matter which base paint you use to surround the composition, because that's literally going to be where the composition flows, and it's paint which is put down in order for the other paint to run smoothly off it and maintain a nice tight composition. Enjoy the music. I'll be back shortly.
I'll be there for you. Every fall and every rise, every wrong and every right. I'll be there for you.
So what do you think using this white base? There's not a huge amount of difference, is there? But there is more depth of colour, and I actually feel like this, I can see the cells are more tightly formed. So I'd love to know which one that you like. Here's a close-up of all three of them now, the square and the two hexagonal coasters. What do you think about the cells and lacing in these three? Which one is your favourite? That's the white base just there. Can you see? That's the only area where I could have blown out a little bit more. And can you see the difference between that one, the square, and the other hexagonal? So which one is your favourite? So I just want to say thank you so much for being here today. It's been an absolute joy creating this bloom technique in 3 different ways. And the gold metallics, I think, have given it such a shimmer. And I'm really enjoying those peacock cells. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. I love answering your questions. I love knowing what your techniques are, what you're using, what types of paints. And just thank you for being on this journey with me. It's an absolute joy, and I love creating videos answering your questions. So I hope you have a fantastic day, and your journey with fluid art is giving you as much joy as it is me. Such a healing process. Thank you for being here. And don't forget, your art is a piece of you. So keep shining, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care now. Bye.